Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey Media, Sundays from 11 a.m. to noon, broadcasting live from Detroit and stretching to the heart of Central Texas, here on FM 88.1 WHPR, with co-hosts Longhorn and the Jersey Girl. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. And now, here's your host that never gets it right, but is never wrong, Will Sims.
Alright, welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey. I'm your host, Will. Before I introduce the wonderful cast here today, we have gathered here on a sad occasion. We are burying the Detroit Lions 2015 NFL season. Hold on, the Longhorn will be joining us, and as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do... I hung up on him. But anyway, I'm going to let the Lions faithful step up and give a little word. I mean, very little word on exactly why your season sucks and why we burying this season going into the 5th game of the season this year. So, I'd like to basically say on this sad but happy occasion.
Why is it happy?
As I told y'all weeks and weeks ago, your team sucks. Hold on, Longhorn. See, Longhorn joining us late. It's just like, we're having a funeral here, Longhorn. Please show up next time on time, you know. Please show up before free drinks before 11. We're having a sad occasion here. We're burying the 2015 Lions NFL season, and I will let y'all step up later to the podium to give kind words about your team and your franchise. Like I said many weeks ago, your team, the organization sucks. That's the band playing in the background, as y'all can hear. Listen to that music. Just listen to it. Just listen to that music. You need some tissues, Jersey Girl?
Yes, because I'm laughing so
you need some tissue there. But don't worry, Jersey Girl. Longhorn, are you there, Longhorn?
Game time, prime time. Detroit Sports Jersey Media time. Let's get it on. I was wondering what the heck that was.
Longhorn, we're having a funeral here. Please. Have a respect for the dead. Have respect for the dead. Now, come on, don't be screaming and hollering in church. You know, we're not baptizing nobody. We burying 53 players, the owners, and the coaches today. The season is over. It's a wrap. After the day, they will be...
It may not be a wrap, brother.
Hold on, Longhorn. Longhorn, I'm going to let you step up to the podium and give your word in a minute. Please, let the Reverend Cowardly Lion have his moment right now. Just, you will be allowed to step up and give a few words to the faithful Lions, diehard fans such as yourself, Longhorn, and Hayley Scott, who's also in the studio. But as I speak, like I said many weeks ago and many years ago, your organization sucks. They're not even entertaining. Y'all want to go back to last week's game and blame the ref for losing that game for you. Please look at the stats. You got Megatron. Matter of fact, how come Megatron's always the one involved in these controversial calls? That's just a food for thought right there. But as I leave you on this joyful and sad occasion, you know, it's joyful for me because I was right. It's joyful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm going to let the Lions faithful step up one at a time and give their thoughts on the 2000 NFL season of your Detroit Lions. First up to the podium, ladies first as always, Jersey Girl. What do you really have to say as the pallbearers make their way up to the front to carry the caskets out and, you know, we bury this season? Go ahead.
This team had so much potential. And it was cut off at such a young age.
Speaking of cut off, not to cut you off, but don't get up here and line. We're in church now. The potential was never there. So continue.
The potential was there. Come on now, the potential was there.
Jersey Girl, they're not even entertaining.
Right now, no, they are not entertaining. But you can't say the potential was not there. They drafted a pretty good running back who has what? potential. They have Calvin Megatron Johnson, who, for all intents and purposes, before the start of this season, we all thought was going to be able to make some moves like he normally does. You have Golden Tate. I mean, there was a lot of potential. You had the defense. Granted, yes, Sue was not going to be back and Fairley wasn't going to be back. But come on now, we still have Terrell Austin and we have DeAndre Levy, who we didn't realize was going to be missing these first 4 weeks. So, yes, there was a lot of potential with this team. They have not lived up to said potential, which, they don't have a run game. And I think that is part of what ended this season that was so bright at the beginning. I mean, come on. They were up 21-3 against San Diego. And then it just went downhill from there. I know, it's been awful.
Yes.
It's been awful.
Now, is there any other Lions fans that want to call in and give their condolence on this happy occasion?
It's not a happy occasion
for you. It's happy for me because I was right. Like I said, before we have the Longhorn step up, you feel free to call in 313-868-3688. Are you through giving your eulogy right now, or do you have more to say?
I really don't have much more to say.
So we're going to get off into the games. We're going to break them down.
As long as Aaron Rodgers is...
That's how the one calling in one of the faithful games.
Oh, Lord. Is this Reverend Lottie Love sitting there?
313-868-3688. Hold on, Longhorn. You can take it to the top of the hour. I'm about to bring you up to the podium next. Hayley Scott, do you have anything? Is that mic on him? I'm going to bury him, too.
He's talking to his
Here, is my mic on? It's Hayley's mic on.
Say something. Hey.
It's on. All right, stepping up to the podium next. Hayley Scott, another faithful Detroit Lions fan, as we hold this funeral today on this lovely Sunday, October 11, 2015. Continue, Hayley, with your eulogy to the people out here.
Oh, you cut that music down.
No. I'm having fun with this. Go ahead, Hayley.
Well, I don't really watch the Detroit Lions because every time I turn it on, they always lose. And it's always losing 4-0. Now
it's her fault.
Is it 4-0 that they
they're 0-4?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. They lost.
They're 0-4. They have not won a game yet this season, and so
maybe they just need to get new coaches or something.
There you go, Hayley. She say wants a foot person not to watch the game. You sure do know a lot about it.
But what is said new coach going to do, and who are you going to get to coach this wonderful team full of potential?
Well, they might have all the players might be good players, but they might not know how to work together as a team.
Once again, Hayley Scott is correct. Let me tell you one thing about Detroit organization. Y'all never had a problem with getting good players here, for real. That's never been a problem.
That's true.
For real. Y'all never had bum. Y'all always had outstanding players, man. Y'all just don't know what to do with them. Continue, Hayley. Reverend Cowardly Lion. Sorry for interrupting. You can go ahead.
I cowardly lion.
Well, I don't... but the Lions, they always, come back, though. Sometimes when they lose,
see, I was with you
they
losing.
always come back.
You're losing me.
They might not get to the Super Bowl, but I think they could win a game or two. Maybe
now you're bringing me back. You're coming back.
I was about to say,
Chicago, they might beat
I was about to say they might beat Chicago.
They might, they just got
I think they'll beat Chicago at home.
Well,
I don't know about.
Well, yeah, they didn't. Because they didn't win the last one when they was at home, and Detroit was packed. They had tailgates and everything.
They have tailgates here.
That's what
they
say.
They have tailgates. They had a tailgate.
They had tailgates every year.
That's all
but
they
you
do
can't lose in your own house. The only team that's doing good is the Red Wings. But they always do good.
Yeah, the Red Wings. Yeah, that is true.
They are.
They've
won their first 2 games.
The only Detroit team that's keeping it consistent.
23,
something like that.
4 years straight.
Yeah.
The only team that's lifting Detroit up.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord.
They suck. They've been sucked. Chauncey left. They already left. They sucked after that.
All right. Hayley Scott, thanks for that great eulogy there. Now, stepping up to the stands, ladies and gentlemen, to the podium. I'm going to introduce you to this guy. He's one of the ones that died faithful. He was texting me all through the game. He thought he was going to do it. Martha Reeves dancing in the street. Beast mode was out. He was talking straight garbage to me last week. But I'm gonna hold that thought until later on in the show. Can I get a little bit of music here as I introduce this guy? There we go. Come on down, Longhorn. Come on down. Take your time. Ain't you jogging down there. We got to 12 o'clock before the service is over with. Longhorn, step up to the podium and give your eulogy for the great people out there for the Detroit Lions.
That's right. That's right. This is Deacon Longhorn. This is Deacon Longhorn, and I'm up in the house of a preacher, Reverend Kelly Line, whatever you call yourself. And I like to say it has happened in 1992 where the San Diego Chargers started out with an 0-4 record, and they came back and made it to the playoffs. So I'm just letting you know all is not lost with the Lions. And as far as that play go, that call goes, I'm a true fan of the game, and I'm not going to look at the game with my eyes only, with my heart only. And I'm not going to say that non-call caused us to lose the game. So I'm going to tell you like it is, like a TIZ is. That one call did not cause us to lose the game.
Okay, well,
I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, that call caused us to lose the game.
Longhorn. We're gonna break the game down later. We just want to give the eulogy of the season. We're gonna break down the game a little later.
The season is not over, brother.
You know, we ain't breaking down the game.
It's not over.
The refs. Carl, we talking about the whole season. It's
not over.
It's not over.
We got 12 games left to play, brother. Hey, in 92, check the record in the history. A team came back, aka the San Diego Chargers came back from an 0-4 record and made it to the playoffs. It's not over.
First of all, Longhorn, you cannot compare the Chargers organization to the Detroit Lions organization. You can't really do that, Longhorn. So shame on you. I really have to escort you off the podium, but with that remark right there.
Wait a minute. Cali Line, you just can't be kicking people off because they don't do what you're talking about. Is this because it's your church?
But Longhorn, you can't be feeding the people this garbage out here. Jersey girl over here crying, Hayley pouting, tears in their eyes. Longhorn, you can't be feeding them false hope. You can't be luring them in with a false sense of security.
Let me tell you this much, Cali Line.
Oh no!
When we get off the NFL and we start talking about Michigan, I want you to play some amazing Go Blue song. Hey, Jersey girl.
Yes.
He was telling everybody that you was on Walmart poster signs on the back of milk cartons when the Lions was losing because you never came on the job. Every Sunday you was missing in action MIA when the Lions were losing. But you remember when he was talking all that garbage, talking about Michigan is going to go down in the hole, this and that, the third and the other. Now, when we start talking about Michigan and they 3 straight undefeated games, shutouts, I want him to come in with some amazing blue
At this moment, I'm going to ask the ushers to come up here and escort. At this moment, I'm going to have to ask the ushers to come up here and escort the Longhorn off the podium. He's just feeding y'all garbage at this time. We about to end this service. We about to wrap up the service, so everybody have their final word. We'll get off into the line. They play Arizona today. We'll break that down. But right now, what we're going to do, we're going to switch this over. And we're going to jump off into some Michigan. All right, the band has left the building. We appreciate that.
Now, where's the fight song for the Wolverines? Bring it on now.
313-868-3688. The Lions seasons is buried, but we will break down the game because that's what we're going to do. Let's jump off into some Michigan. Let's jump off into some Michigan. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I said, Longhorn. Don't be putting words in my mouth.
What'd you say?
Lord.
No.
Yeah, you go ahead and then I'm going to tell you. I got some fuzzy numbers for you.
Well, first of all, I'm a big Michigan Wolverine fan.
Smack him upside the head, Jersey girl.
I'm a big Jim Harbaugh fan. What all I said was, pump your brakes.
You know what? On that term, pump your brakes, not only are we not pumping our brakes, we don't pull the brakes up out the car, throw them out the window, pull all the discs and the rotaries off all 4 wheels, and we rolling down hills with no brakes.
All I ask you, sir, can I get a complete sentence out before you just jump in on me? That's all I'm asking.
Where's the fight song at?
We don't play that here. It's not in rotation. Okay, now let me finish saying what I was saying.
Okay, say what you were saying.
What all I was saying was...
Oh, that's boo-boo, whatever you get ready to say. Now,
Lord, let him talk.
I can't even get a word in. How you know? Just like like arguing with a drunk. You ever argue with a drunk?
Yes.
Yeah, we just argued with the Cowley line a few minutes ago.
All I say is don't throw up in my car and we'll be okay.
Listen, all I said was Harbaugh didn't start off great at Stanford. All I said was Brady Hoke did the same thing in his first year, and it went downhill from there. That's all I'm saying is pump your brakes on this first season. When he came in 11-2, 6-2 overall in the conference, and everybody thought, oh, Michigan was back. And they got pumped up and excited, and it went downhill after that. I'm hoping Michigan have a great, not just year, but their program is totally 100% back. Because I totally enjoy watching Michigan football, but it pains me to see them struggle like the Detroit. It's like the Detroit Lions are out there playing.
Wait, what?
Struggle. Three shutouts. Are you kidding me? Struggling.
I'm saying before this season.
Oh, okay.
Before this season.
I was going to say, hang
before
on,
this
clarify.
season.
Okay.
Rich Rod didn't do nothing at all.
Nope.
Brady Hoke did something in his first year, and after that, it was downhill.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It pains me to watch them struggle like that. So I'm hoping they are back. I hope this is not a one-year wonder.
I don't think it's a one-year wonder.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it is going to be a one-year wonder. I think that right now you do still have to pump your brakes. I mean, they've done a lot, and they've done some good things. They have beaten ranked teams, and that's what you like to see. Handily.
But they ain't beat the big dogs.
I was about to say, but they still, right now, as of today, October 11th, October 11th, they still haven't beaten Michigan State. They still haven't beaten Ohio State. And until they do that...
Let me give y'all some fuzzy numbers.
See, Longhorn, can people finish? Longhorn.
Northwestern came into the game undefeated, right? And if Northwestern first 5 games, they previous 5 games, and all those 5 games, their opponents only had 35 games combined. Hey,
Longhorn.
The Wolverines scored 38 points on them on an undefeated game. On an undefeated team. 38 points.
Longhorn. Could you do us a favor and let people finish their comments and their statements before you just jump in, screaming out these lottery numbers?
Did you look up a definition of a Wolverine? Tenacity. That's what I am.
But can we just finish our comment? That's all I'm asking.
Damn.
Can we just finish our comment? That's all we asking, brother. Before you start screaming.
Because I don't have breaks
He said he's not going to have a chance to say what he got to say.
I'll let him take it to the top of the hour. If he let us just finish our comment, we'll leave the studio. He can sit here and talk all day long. If he just let us finish our comment. He want to start rambling the latest lottery numbers out and stuff. We'll let you do that, but just let us at least finish our comments. That's all we ask.
Go ahead, Reverend. Go ahead, Reverend Cowley.
The Jersey girl was speaking. She was speaking, and you just let me tell you.
Go ahead, Jersey girl. You
All
the flow.
So, like I was saying, yes, they have done some very good things these past few games since the Utah game. But until they beat Michigan State and Ohio State, they still have things to prove. And yes, it is going in the right direction right now, but you just got to take it one game at a time. And I think that's one of the strengths that Harbaugh has. He has been taking it one game at a time. He hasn't let this team get too, ahead of themselves. And I think that that's a good thing. Had it been any other coach, they might have started to let their team get a little bit ahead of themselves. And in terms of Brady Hoke, I think that he just didn't develop the players. I mean, pretty much these are guys that Brady Hoke had and Brady Hoke recruited. And, they bit it the last couple years. They sucked. But I think that this team goes to show, at least right now, that all they really needed was some good coaching. And that's what Brady Hoke could not do. So, hopefully not even hopefully, but Harbaugh has them coached very well right now. And they're playing extremely well. But they still have to prove themselves against Michigan State and against Ohio State. So, until those things happen, we still are doing great, but still have things to accomplish.
What is that game next week? What time do it start? Do you know?
I think it's 3:30, but hang on.
That should have been an 8 o'clock game.
Oh,
man.
No, they're not flexing that one till 8.
Why not?
But College Game Day is there going to be there though.
So what?
Okay.
I'm tired of seeing him throw that mascot head on. What's his name?
Lee Corso?
Yeah, I'm tired of that. It's getting old.
Okay, fine.
The game is going to be at 3:30 p.m.
3:30?
Yes.
Hey.
Are you going to be asleep, Geritol, man?
Oh, man, I got something to do.
You want to take a nap?
I thought it was going to be an 8 o'clock game, so
No,
I was
it's
going
not
to do what I
gonna
had
be
to
8
do.
o'clock.
But
Just do it earlier.
Yeah, get your
Never
nap
mind.
in. Get your nap in early,
Never mind.
man.
You're too quiet.
no, I was thinking about that, but I got to check with some people first and see. I might be able to do that, but I'm telling you, I got something to do at 3. You know, but go ahead, Longhorn. Finish your stats. As
Go
you were
ahead.
saying.
All right, my stats is they have outscored their opponents 157 points to 7 in the past 19 quarters. Now, you mean to tell me? Okay, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. When they play the Spartans and they whoop on the Spartans, then people gonna say, well, they still haven't done anything, and they play Ohio State. Now, when they whoop on the Buckeyes, well, you know what? They just got lucky this year. And when they go to the playoffs, they haven't done anything until they win the playoff game and they go to the championship. And when they win all that, well, you know, they haven't done it until they two-peat the championship. When are y'all going to give what rings they just do? That's what all I'm saying is.
I think they are giving them their just due.
And next Sunday, when they beat State, and next Sunday, I want to hear some Go Fight songs coming on the air. Mr. Cowley Love, whatever your name is, Daddy Long Love, whatever you. I want to hear some songs from Wolverine fight songs being played. That's all I'm saying.
I think that they are getting the national love. I really do think that, and that's why I'm saying, you know, a lot of people are taking notice. Chris Spielman has said. I mean, everybody has said that. You know, are they back? People are even talking about could this even potentially be a playoff team?
Exactly.
So they're getting some national love. But I think that this is what Harbaugh is doing. He's just tamping it down and just taking it one game at a time. And I think that's why he's perfect for this, because he's just on another level
and
right
you know
now.
why they showing them love? Because they're actually beating ranked teams.
Exactly.
It's not like they beating these bum teams, which I wish they would have won against Utah, but that's another story in
But
itself.
Utah is playing some great ball right now.
I'm going to use a phrase from old Will, pumping your brakes. Last Sunday, well, you know, they got to beat Northwestern to prove to me something.
Northwestern's a good team. I'm sorry. They are. They just didn't show up yesterday. Michigan showed up and played outstanding defense. Exactly.
Hold your horses. Somebody told me last week, look just like you, said, well, they got to beat Northwestern to show me something.
First of all,
they beat Northwestern, and now you saying, well, now they got to beat Ohio. So they beat Northwestern. They showed you last week.
Let me tell you something. I said that because they came in ranked number 13th. You're not ranked 13th in the country in a
For
bum.
nothing.
Exactly.
And you know what? And they didn't just beat Northwestern. They dominated Northwestern. They dominated them so bad that Harbaugh left the senior starter defense out there just to prove to Northwestern that they ain't got nothing coming but nothing. Zero, big old goose egg.
Well, let me tell you something else about that situation, though. The defense is winning these games. The offense sucks. Let's keep that real, too.
Wait,
I've said that the defense.
Points? Are you serious?
Okay, well, did you see how they scored, though? There wasn't no running backs and no, quarterback. I'm talking about, we wasn't no, what the running backs had, 40-something yards?
No.
My man threw for, 100, and yes, he did. The running back only had 48 yards or something. The quarterback only threw for 178 yards. Come on now, they might not outstanding. If the score is misleading due to the stats, the defense and special teams is what stepped up. That's what.
It's the same way Seattle sucked when they beat the Lions.
No, but I've often said though that their defense is ahead of their offense. Even from spring ball.
And defense win championships and offense win games.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. I
want to put a bet out there for you, Cowley Line there, Mr. Reverend Long Love, whatever your name is this week. When they beat up on Michigan, I want you to come in there with a Lions jersey on.
A what?
And a Lions jersey on. When the Wolverines beat up on the Spartans, I want you to come in with a Lions jersey on.
Nope.
And when they beat up on the Buckeyes, I want you to come in with a Lions jersey on and a Lions hat on.
You know the reason I'm not going to do that? I'm going to tell you the reason I'm not going to accept that bet. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to accept that bet. Because now I have to sit up there and root against Michigan. I refuse to do that. And I refuse to root against my boy. I'm not going to make that bet. No. Now, if you want to put that on the Lions game against Arizona today, we can do that. But I'm not going to root against my boy. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, so let's put it on the Lions game.
Let's put it on the Arizona game.
Yeah.
If the Lions beat Arizona, you coming there with a Lions jersey on and a hat on next Sunday.
My money's safe in my pocket. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break while the Jersey girl looks at me.
Did you say yes or no?
I said, yeah, my money's safe.
That's not saying
yes, I'm going to do it, and my money is safe.
All right.
Hey, Jesus Christ. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk more college football. And if we're going to let's break down the Lions game today. That's what we're going to do.
Sounds good.
We'll be back. Pre-game show, Detroit Sports Jersey.
Woo!
For a head that's as smooth as a billiard ball, don't settle for anything less than a Cobra razor. Because it's designed to comfortably transform from a face-shaving razor to a head-shaving razor with just the click of a button. Treat your head to the closest shave you can imagine at CobraRazors.com. Cobra Razors, for a head that's as smooth as you are.
Hello, Detroit Sports Jersey listeners. If you would like to be a sponsor of Detroit Sports Jersey, the email address is info@DetroitSportsJersey.com. And the phone number is 313-624-7814. We air every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern on FM 88.1 WHPR with live streaming at FM 88.1WHPR.com. Detroit Sports Jersey offers reasonable sponsorship rates. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr. ENO Productions /Fiverr does video production work, and this is where Detroit Sports Jersey goes for video work week after week. Again, that's ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr.
And you're hot.
Detroit Sports Jersey Media is sponsored by Melosia.com. There's a new song by Sorrento's, You Just Don't Have It. The charity for this one is Girl Effect. For more information, Melosia.com on 88.1 WHPR.
All right, welcome back to Detroit Sports Jersey. We're Jersey girl Longhorn and Hayley Scott sitting up in here chilling. What time is it, Longhorn?
Game time, prime time. Detroit Sports Jersey Media time. Let's get it on. NFL in the house.
I mean, do y'all want you two Lions fans sit up here and cry about last week's game and call, or do y'all want to break down today's game against Arizona?
Oh, we can talk about that call.
We can talk about the call. I mean, there's not much to say about it except
Calvin should have held on to the ball. Simple.
Number one, Calvin should have held on to the ball. Number one. Number two, we do know, though, that if it had been overturned or gone our way, that there probably would have been a few false start penalties on the offensive PI, and we would have been like first and goal from the 50. So let's be honest, you guys. Come on now. Come on, let's be honest. You know that's probably what would have happened.
This coming from a true Lions heart fan, huh?
Look, I am a true Lions fan, but I think with my head, not my heart. You know how this team does. And I'm just disappointed in myself that I let myself get excited, thinking that, that this might actually happen. So, in a way, I blame me for my letdown, not this team.
Would y'all just do me a favor and tell me I was right all year long that this team sucks? Just one time.
You know what?
I'm not going to ask for that statement too many times throughout the year, but can I at least get
Yeah, no, you can. You can get it from me. They kind of blow. Okay, so outside of that first half...
Are they entertaining?
Nah.
Exactly.
I mean, it's more entertaining just to see how bad they can mess up sometimes.
Well, I'm gonna say about that call that I'm a fan of the game of football, and I'm gonna go with Jersey Girl on this. Even if they would have called, a true fan of the game and a true fan of your team will tell it like it is, and we'll see from logic. And, just like when I said that the Lions were going to lose that game that time, and somebody told me that I wasn't a true fan because I said they was going to lose before the game even started, but I ain't going to get into that. But I'm just gonna tell you like this: if the call would have been overturned,
talking about you,
just like Belichick said, that all calls should be reviewed, and the red flags better be thrown by all calls. But you know how that'll slow the game down.
I was about to say, but games would last for forever.
I know, because some coaches will do that just to slow the momentum down on the calls, and I don't think that should be all calls should be reviewed. So some coaches do that just to slow the momentum down.
They should just take their timeouts away if they're incorrect.
Yeah,
that can solve the problem.
I was about to say, but that's what they do now anyway. If the challenge doesn't get overturned, they take a timeout.
My biggest thing was with the guy who was speaking for the referee, who's saying, well, sometimes it's a judgment call, a split decision call at the time, yada yada yada. Well, the guy was right there. You can truly see that he purposely batted the ball out of bounds, but that one call should not determine whether or not you win or lose the game. When you go and play in football or any sports, you're playing the team you're playing against and the refs. If you don't score more points than the other team, it don't matter what the ref's going to call against you. You're still going to whoop up on the other team. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like Jersey Girl. If we would have got the call, and if it was on, by Lions fans, yeah, we're upset. But do you think the Seattle fans are upset? No. If it had been against Seattle and we'd have won the game, then we'd have been good to go with that call, right? Same thing. So
we would have been, but the Seattle fans would have been talking about us like we were trash.
Listen here, y'all lost. Did you bring up them stats from Michigan?
Oh, Michigan? Yeah.
Now, what was their offensive stats?
Hang on.
And they sucked.
Okay, so Michigan had 380 yards of total offense on 72 plays. They had 179 yards passing and 201 yards rushing. So what was that about running the ball?
With the running backs. Oh, that was
okay, huh?
I mean, well, who had a?
There you go. Get on them, Hayley. Get on them, Jersey
Girl. You're talking about the combine. I'm talking about who was like.
Okay, so rushing. Let's see.
Hey, bring up the Spartan stats from yesterday when they almost.
I'm not bringing up the Spartan stats just yet. Hang on. Davion Smith had eight attempts for 59 yards, and then he left the game.
Okay.
He left the game. He didn't. But
who picked up the slack?
And then Mr. Green. He had 12 carries for 47 yards.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That's my point right there.
Okay, so it took a while to get there. But that's okay, though. That's okay because, again, we've said that Michigan's defense has been ahead of their offense. And, again, once Harbaugh gets the type of guys that he wants, hard, tough running backs.
But sometimes your offense going to have to step up, especially when you're playing Michigan State.
And they are. And that's why we kind of have to pump our brakes and things, because we have to see how this Michigan offense is going to be against a stiffer defense like Michigan State.
But State didn't overly whelm that game yesterday either. They just barely.
They struggled, and they're lucky.
They just went through and just bum rushed.
They are lucky. Actually, State's game, I put that on Rutgers' coach, first and foremost. Because a couple of times, when they were at the goal line and they rushed it 4 straight times, they rushed it twice, threw it, and then they just went ahead and kicked they were not stopping, Michigan State was not stopping the run.
What about the end of the game on 4th down? He spiked the ball. Man, are you serious? You're supposed to know at all times what down it is.
That was awful.
Game over. You just handed them the
That was awful.
So basically they beat themselves.
Essentially.
Yeah, somewhat. All right, let's jump into today's game. Arizona-Detroit Lions. Arizona coming in averaging 37 points a game. Your Lions averaging 16.
Yep.
So, is this another loss? Win, hopefully?
It's a loss. I'm just saying, it's a loss. We know that.
I see you finally starting to come over to my side.
I've been over on your side.
That funeral did something to you today, didn't it? It touched you, didn't it?
It touched you. It was moving service, very moving service. May mine be. No, let's not even go there. But look now. They suck, and I do believe that this is going to be a loss. The Arizona Cardinals are a good team. The Arizona Cardinals are a very good team.
Jersey girl, I think you blowing smoke up my know-you-know-what for the simple fact, because if they win, see what it is. See what you're doing, Jersey girl.
I'm setting you up.
Yeah, see what you're
doing.
So
that when they win, I can come back and be like,
no. What you're doing, you setting not only you setting me up, but you setting yourself up because if they. So you don't want to sit up there and knowing if they lose, you're like, well, I said that anyway. See, deep down inside, you hoping they win so you can be happy.
Deep down inside, I'm predicting that they're going to lose this.
You're not serious about that.
Check my tweets.
You ain't serious about that.
No, seriously, I'm scared. I am nervous for this team. I am really thinking. Could they?
16?
Potentially. Seriously, they really could be.
They're not going to go no 0-16, man.
I really hope that they don't go 0-16, but would I be surprised? Not at all.
I'm not going to say they're going to, or they may go 1-15.
I was about to say, I'm thinking,
49,
I
so
think,
they suck.
I have a hard time. People are like, oh, they could go 6-10. I still have a hard time seeing them winning 6 games. I have a hard time seeing them winning 4 games.
Whoa.
Well, okay, you said they got 12 left,
right? They got 12 left. Do I think that they can go 500? No, I really don't. I'm not blowing smoke. I'm being for real. Okay, let's see. Kansas City. They've been struggling, but I don't know. Do you think really that they can beat them? The Vikings. The Vikings are coming out looking pretty strong, and they looked very good against the Lions. They looked very good. Granted, it was the Lions, but they looked good against the Lions. Okay.
Who else?
Green Bay, whatever. You're not beating them. The Raiders are surprising me. Yeah. They are surprising me, and you got to keep your eye on the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders are playing like they're back in the 80s.
They're playing good. You have to keep your eye on. So that's not a gimme win either.
What about that Philadelphia game? They don't know the hell they doing up there either. So
I was about to say Philly, maybe. Philly might be one that they get. They're not beating Green Bay. I don't see them beating the Rams either.
When they go down to the Big Easy, New Orleans.
New Orleans? If New Orleans can get it together, no. And they're playing in New Orleans in the Superdome, where Drew Brees has been very good. They're not beating them. The 49ers? Possibly.
They winning.
They're going to win that one.
They winning.
And they're at home, too.
I'm rooting for the Lions.
On that one.
I'm rooting for the Lions.
And then Chicago in Chicago. That one I don't feel as confident about. Chicago at home, I feel a little bit better. But Chicago on the road, not so much. So what? Potentially 3 or 4 games. At the most, I think. At the most.
Well, you know what, Will? I'm glad you're rooting for the Lions when they playing 49ers, because that's the game that you're going to wear your Lions jersey on. Right there, right?
I have no problem with it. Cause first of all, let's say this today. You just heard the Jersey girl is a loss. Have confidence in her. Do you think they're going to win today?
I think they're going to win today. I think they're going to win by 3 points.
I don't see that. I really don't.
But I think it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be an uphill battle. And the reason why it's going to be an uphill battle, I'm going to tell you why. Because Fitzgerald, he's 32 years old, but he's playing like he's back in his prime. And also it's going to be an uphill battle because although they got DeAndre coming back from his hip injury, and they saying, okay, he's coming back from hip injury. He's 7 weeks without playing. He's going to be playing rusty. Now, you playing against the run. You use your hips a lot as a defender because the runners use their hips a lot. So it's going to be, it's got to be timing on trying to get some tackles. And another uphill battle is Arizona's not afraid to throw the deep ball. But now you got Johnson, he's going less than 10 yards a pass. Tate, he's limited production. And you got Ebron, he's out of the game. And now, once again, they're running a mirror like Barry Sanders, no blockers. So they're going to work him like a workhorse, so he just fall out there. Good thing he's a young guy, and he's strong. So it's going to be an uphill battle. I say when the Lions win, it's going to be about 3 points.
I don't even see that. I mean, we've got, Nada out. You've got a secondary who can't defend a daggone thing.
The deep ball is going to kill them. I'm just going to tell you.
I mean, I think probably the best things that you've got on defense is Ziggy Ansah. And let's face it, though. Last week in Seattle, they did get after Russell Wilson. They did. They did.
Two fumbles.
6 times.
Exactly.
They sacked him 6 times.
So there's that.
That's another reason I'm telling your team, son, you sack him 6 times. Beast mode's not in the game. What's the problem?
Exactly.
What's the problem
exactly.
here?
And that's what I'm talking about.
Come on. Like I said, they're not even entertaining. The offense anyway.
And Arizona defense is ranked 5th in the league.
They're good. They're very. So I just have a hard time seeing anything.
38-10 is my score. Arizona, blow them out. Cut it off at halftime. Go do something.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. How much you said again?
38-10.
Yeah.
Hey, Jersey
I can
girl.
see that. I can see 38-10.
He said when Seattle was gonna play Detroit, his blowout score was 41. And what'd you say it was?
13.
Seattle 41. The what? 13.
Yes.
I was very
points
proud
came from.
that they at least kept it.
But did we get the victory? That's all that matters.
Oh
We
Lord,
didn't.
here he come with you. But did we get the victory?
I'm kind of more on the moral victory.
I
in that
picked
sense.
Seattle to win.
I was about to say, but you
They don't have no moral victory column. I'm sorry.
I know, but you should have known though that Detroit going into Seattle that was not going to be an easy game and that they weren't going to come away with the win. You had to have known that.
Let me put it to you like
what you say it was again? Was 38 to what?
38-10. You take a team like, let's say, New England.
Oh man, yeah.
Baltimore. What's another good defensive team?
Green Bay.
Green Bay. You tell me that them three teams right there sack a quarterback 6 times and they best offensive players out of the game, they gonna lose. I don't see it happening.
Oh,
I don't see it happening. I just don't see
different.
it. Yeah, of course they different. They winners. Y'all are losers.
They don't.
Y'all root for losers. Always have been losers.
But they're
we don't root for losers. We rebuilding, brother.
All right, whatever.
We root for people with potential.
All right, Hayley, what you got coming up for social media?
Social media, talking about Detroit, the good and bad about living in Detroit, which is pretty interesting.
Oh, fun.
Why you gonna get me upset on that today? The good and the bad.
No, we all live in Detroit. We're Detroit's show, so why not talk about it?
That's right. Go Detroit, baby. Motown.
Everybody loves Detroit.
We ain't gotta go to no commercial here. Let's jump straight to this.
Okay.
Let's go straight to this. Go ahead.
Yeah. Fan that dude. Fan that cowardly lion over there.
Don't disrespect the Reverend like this. I put one call into God and you go straight to hell. Go ahead.
You scoot over here so the lightning don't strike.
Come on, guys. Let's get along. Okay, so I was trying to just think about, I was going to talk about saving money, but I'm like, living in Detroit. Let's talk the pros and cons in living in Detroit. Also, make sure you guys call in right now at 313-868-3688. All right, so you guys have tuned in to Hayley's comment. Woo! Yeah.
Is that who is that music Longhorn got for you that he been promising and lying to you for weeks?
Oh,
People just want to know.
Wait a minute, Hayley.
No, he did. I didn't listen to it, but he sent it to me.
See, she didn't even listen to it, and it's your jammy jam.
See, you should have just surprised me, like, boo. Anyways.
Okay.
Hold your head up for the people.
Anyways, so the pros and cons in living in Detroit. You live in Texas right now, Longhorn. You live in Ann Arbor.
Yep.
You live in Detroit. Well,
I can't reveal where I live because I got so many people on social media looking for me, so I can't really reveal where I live.
Take that as a yes.
Yeah, I live in Detroit. Mac and B-Wig, come check me out over there.
Henry, do you live in Detroit?
Yes.
Okay, so, and I live in Detroit as well. Do you mind if I ask you, is it a reason why you don't live in Detroit?
We did for a while, and then we had kids, and we said, you know what? Not a huge fan of the Detroit public schools right now. So, and I did not want to pay an arm and a leg for a private school.
Who is a big fan of the Detroit public schools?
So then we decided we just head on over to Ann Arbor.
That's nice.
So that's fine.
I'm living in Texas.
But if we didn't have kids, we would probably still be in downtown Detroit right now because it's fun.
Don't do that. Don't drag the kids.
I'm bringing the kids into this.
Don't do that to the kids.
I love downtown Detroit. Let me tell you about downtown Detroit because I would come home from work. I'd go to my apartment, and that was not too far from Comerica Park. And this was when the Tigers were really sucky. And I would just come home and be like, all right, I'm going to go over to a game, get a ticket for like $10-15 and head in there and just have a great time. I loved it. I love the bar scene. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, see, that's one of the pros in living in Detroit. You know, you got the museums down there. You have
lots of culture,
especially like people that are not from Detroit. You know, downtown Detroit is the area where people specifically go because they got the museums, they got the festivals, they got music, they have all these great attractions. You know, the Tigers game, the Lions, you know, Pistons, all is that great thing. Even though Auburn Hills is not in Detroit.
I was about to say Pistons are a little
actually
north.
You know what? If they brought the Pistons down to Detroit, I done said this many times before, they would actually have over 300 days of something going on in downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
And that's not even counting the concerts and the rest of that.
Exactly.
This is just sports.
Right.
If they was to bring them downtown, now that
it would probably definitely bring a lot of attraction. It's a good thing, you know. I live in Detroit, and, you know, I feel like living in Detroit, I can pretty much live in any city.
I think
Detroit makes you strong.
It does.
Yeah, it's not for the weak.
No,
maybe
it's
not Compton, California.
Hold
Probably
on.
not.
Let me say something.
You know, I was about to say, he drove up and down the West Coast.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you something about Compton.
He's straight out of Compton.
It's not. I've been to Compton. No, for real.
No, it really doesn't look bad.
It's not as bad as I walked up and down the streets of Compton. I didn't nobody bother me. It's not as I've been on Crenshaw. People was actually friendly on Crenshaw. It's not. I think, you know, like we get this bad rap in Detroit sometimes, even though it is kind of bad, but it's not.
It is bad.
Well, I mean, every city's bad.
Every city has its spots.
But it's not
every city has its spots.
It's not like, you know, that movie NWA and all that. It's not that bad. It's really not.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not saying it's not bad, but it's not all.
Because some people told me Chicago is worse than Detroit.
You see all the killing going on.
I was about to say,
they said, this man told me on Friday that it's like 30 killings in a week.
Chirac.
He was like, you think Detroit is bad? You go to Chicago on the north side or
south side.
South side. You know, it's certain areas you don't want to go.
Yeah, south side Chicago is it. And it's, you know, it's not as big of a city as Chicago, and it doesn't have, you know, the notoriety. But it's still not a bad place to be.
Yeah.
It's really not.
You know, I worked with Isaiah Thomas' older brother, right? You know, they from Chicago, of course. He said the worst thing you could really do in Chicago, he said they'll come down hard on you. I mean, they would really, is to kill a police officer there. He said that's the worst thing. He said that's even for gang members, whoever. That's the worst you can do in Chicago is to kill a police or even harm one. You know.
Well, I feel like that should just be anywhere. But some cities, they really like.
Yeah.
That was one thing that did kind of annoy me about Detroit police officers. Police officers, I love you guys. You have a tough job. But I'm just saying, running red lights, flashing your lights.
Lord, I swear.
Just so they could go to Johnny Rockets. Okay, that was not cool.
They do that all the time. It's so annoying. You be sitting there like about to pull over because you think you about to get pulled over, and they flying past just to get past the light. Now, let me would have did that, would have got a ticket.
Let me give a shout out to my boy Rob, who's a Detroit police officer. Don't take this personal, but
hey Rob, maybe
no, really, Rob, please don't, because Detroit police officers are great people. They have a tough job. They do.
Rob.
Police officers do have a tough job.
It has to, especially how it is now, and the crime rates now is ridiculous.
Actually, Rob got a cushy job with the police department. He guards the city council. So
stop talking about Rob.
He's off the streets now. So,
hey Rob,
you know, he cool with that. You know.
It's good, you know. The attractions is the best thing about Detroit now. The cons.
Is the con artist?
The cons is the violence, the crime rate, trying to live in Detroit like housewives and getting a job.
Insurance rates. Let's talk about car insurance in Detroit. Let's talk about car insurance.
Yes, I meant to write that on my list.
Don't act like y'all ain't from the streets and be using people's address in the suburbs.
No. My mom is strictly about the book.
Give me that so I use that address.
Let me see. Because there was literally, you guys, there was a $1,000 difference. There's 1 digit difference between my parents' area code when I was in Detroit and our area code. $1,000 of a difference.
Wow.
When I just, yep.
Hey, let me tell you this. I was living at 13 in Shana at one point, right? I had 2 cars and apartment insurance with State Farm. Guess how much I was paying a month for that?
You're paying like $1,000 a month.
No. I said 13 in Shana.
So you're paying
not Shana 13.
Listen, 2 car insurance and apartment insurance. I'm paying like $96 a month.
Wow, that full coverage.
Wait, 13. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
13
I
to
had 2
7.
cars.
Was that full coverage or no fault?
No, it don't matter. It was no fault because it wasn't brand new car. First of all, I'm not getting no full coverage on no hoopty. but it don't matter. But still, in Detroit with a hoopty, you gonna still pay a lot of money.
Oh yeah, totally.
400.
Well, because Detroit, they got them red zone districts for insurance.
Yeah.
If you stay in this area, they already
tell
got
you-
it. They already got a big old map. Okay, this area here, this is what we're gonna charge people. You cross this line, this is what you get charged.
See, they say they don't do that, but the first question they ask you, what's your area code? I mean, zip code.
Yep.
Oh, they do it.
Yeah.
They do it.
I know, because I said, what
Exactly,
difference does
that's-
it make if y'all ain't, red zone and putting a red line, what the hell is called? What difference does it make by my area code?
No,
I mean, zip code, rather.
It makes a big
Yeah,
difference.
I know. You know what the insurance lady told me? Actually, the city that got the best insurance rates right now, she said, well, they done cracked down on carjackers and everything is, and I was surprised when she said it's Oak Park.
Oh,
She said,
really?
you can get the best insurance in Oak Park right now. Yeah.
Well, Detroit, boy, you, boy, because I tend to have a little problem on accelerating on the speed a little bit on the gas.
Well, she's a
pedal.
lead foot,
So
guys.
you get tickets?
Yeah.
Wow, that's why your insurance is high.
Yeah.
It's like
Your age, your young.
ridiculously high.
Yeah, you're not
Like,
25 yet, are you?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
So-
see her age?
Oh, yeah,
She's
speed
a lead
limit.
foot.
I got
So she probably, her insurance is probably what, like 3,000?
How old are you, Hayley?
22.
Do
She's
you
a
know-
baby.
Do you know Hayley wasn't even born the last time the Detroit Lions won a playoff game 24 years ago? Wow.
I was
Hayley
in,
wasn't born.
Haley
Hayley-
wasn't born.
What was you
I
doing
was
24
in,
years ago?
Jesus, I was probably in like, that 91?
Yeah.
So I was in 6th or 7th grade.
What about you, Long?
Wow.
I was living in Daytona Beach at that time for a year. I stayed.
91, I was living in Detroit.
Yeah,
I was in Detroit in 91.
I was down in Daytona Beach.
You guys are old. No, I'm
But
just kidding.
car insurance down here in Texas is pretty reasonable. It's pretty cheap.
I was about to say, you can do a lot, Haley, Texas.
Yeah, you can.
It is-
South
I'm
Texas
50
is
years
kinda
old,
cheap.
so it's really reasonable.
Texas
Haley, good
is
thing you're
very
not a male,
reasonable.
Haley. That your insurance really be high for 22 years old as a male,
Why?
because
guys are
males
more
tend
reckless.
to speed a whole lot, and they're higher risk as far as insurance
Yeah.
company goes.
That is
Males
ridiculous.
males
No,
are
but
higher
it's
risk
true,
than
though.
females.
That's how they base their rates. They
Mhm.
base their
Yeah.
rates just off of data. And those are the ones that are
And it
getting
depends on
in.
what kind of car
Well,
you
they
got.
always
You
say
know what-
women are the ones that can't drive.
No,
Now,
but
women
men
drive better than
Another
guys.
segment.
Guys take more chance.
Hey,
That's we running
just
out of
because
time.
I didn't
That's-
look behind me one time.
It's okay. We'll talk about it.
Nobody
next
was
week.
there when I backed up, okay? Jeez.
They just appeared.
It happens.
They just appeared.
It happens.
You know.
Only thing good about Detroit is, though, with getting tickets, most of the times the cops don't show up, so they just throw it out the window.
No.
No, you still got to pay a little bit.
Yeah, you play a little bit, but
Good thing about Ann Arbor, that's if you get a parking ticket or something like that in Ann Arbor, it's $5 until 5 p.m. the next business day.
Oh, first hit?
Yeah.
Wow.
I ain't
They
too
shake
much
you
Ann
down
Arbor.
here in the city.
That'd be like 150.
Yeah, they-
In the
Let's go.
city, and you guys ever watch that show called The Parking Wars in Detroit, where they put the boot on people's car?
Yep.
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 I would pray that never happens to me. I'd cry.
Put the boot on your car.
Yeah. But I'm real
Oh,
cautious
they
with
get
stuff like
wild
that.
about those boots up there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but we're going to get into this stuff later on next week, so please tune in because living in Detroit is a very serious topic, and it has a lot of stuff to talk about.
See, they're not reaching out to the community. They just focus on downtown and midtown. That's the problem.
That is
right
true.
there itself. You
That's
know?
part of it, though. But I think
They need to be
they're
working
going to
on
have to
these
grow
neighborhoods.
into
Well, they
getting
need-
the neighborhood.
Well, they need money first to do all that stuff, you know. They're spending the money on the wrong things, you know. They need to be, it's abandoned houses on every block of the hood.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, I'm gonna tell you what I found out about the neighborhoods, right?
What?
It's like the older people, when they get old, then here come the useless, the bum kids or grandkids come staying with them.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna keep up the property like the old people would. You know, unfortunately, they ain't able to do it no more. So here they are with their friends and stuff on the porch, smoking
Baby
blunts,
daddy,
drinking.
cousin, best
You
friend.
know everything. You know, that's to me. You know, because
That mad
when I used to live
dog.
over there for if you I used to live over off the Livernois and beautiful neighborhood when I moved over. You go look at that now, like a bomb done here.
I know. Isn't that sad, though? That's sad. That's really sad.
I rode down and I was like, wow, man, look at this. It was crazy. I mean, this was a beautiful street.
Mm-hmm.
It's
so sad.
Wow.
You'll get there. You got to move all these young folks out.
All right, y'all ready for some true and false?
True and false.
Bring it on, Pee Wee Strong.
I look at the time, I'm like, dang, time to just flew. We need 2 hours.
All right, number 1. Did a Secret Service agent reveal Obama is gay, a Muslim, and a tell-all book? Do Skittles really contain traces of cocaine? And a man was fired for allegedly farting too much at work. Which one is the false story?
False one
Skittles.
is number 1.
Number 1?
Oh, no, false. No.
The false one is number 1.
The tell-all book is a false story.
You say that too? What'd you say?
Obama is not gay.
Well, yeah, Obama's not gay, but it don't matter. That don't mean that somebody didn't write the book. Anyways, Skittles.
That's why I put a little twist. Y'all all got them right. 1 and 2 was false stories, so I put a little twist to the show.
I was gonna say too many kids eat Skittles. They would like go and like
you booger.
All right, my crazy 8s. Let's get to these crazy 8s. Top 8 signs you have effed up credit.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Number 8, when the bills comes in the mail. One is from your mama saying, don't let me catch you in the streets because it's on.
Number 2. No, number 7.
Every time you go to the ATM machine, the receipt press out and say, you know damn well you ain't got no money in here.
Yes, sir.
Top 8 signs. You know your credit is effed up. Every time your friends see you coming, they start hiding like you the Jehovah's Witness.
Don't be a Jehovah's Witness.
Top 8 signs your credit is effed up. Number 5. Homeless people start giving you money.
Oh, Jesus.
You know it's going bad then.
Nah, keep it.
Number 4, the top 8 signs your credit is effed up. Your credit application come back stamped on it. Hell no. Number 8, y'all probably know some people that done this. Number 3. Top 8 signs your credit is effed up. You ask your kids to put a phone in their name. Come on, we all know somebody that done that. Don't act like I'm the only one.
Oh no, I've known some people who did that.
Number 8, top 8 signs your credit is effed up. Your piggy bank just get up and leave. Number 1 sign that your credit is effed up, the weed man runs a credit check on you. That's bad. Y'all ready for the big dummy? Real fast. Let's do these big dummies before we get up out of here. Everybody got their big dummy ready?
I got my big dummy.
All right, we about to do the big dummy. Show's moving along pretty fast here. Rapid and fast.
Okay. Because that's how we go. 2-minute offense, 2-minute drill.
There you go.
And that's where Stafford performs the best, is in his 2-minute offense.
All right, my boy stupid. He texted something about Hayley, but I ain't even gonna read that. That's foul, man.
Stop it.
You know,
Is he hating?
No,
probably was not hating.
No, I wasn't hating, but anyway, go ahead, Jersey.
She's 22. Leave her alone.
Exactly.
Jesus. My big dummy for the week is none other than Greg Hardy. Pick your sentences a little bit more wisely.
What did he say? I read it, but I didn't go to the article. What did he say?
So first he said, he's going to come out guns blazing. Okay, probably shouldn't have said that.
That's funny.
Okay. Number 2, y'all already playing Tom Brady, who's pissed off at the world. He going to be like, oh, I hope he brings his wife. I hope his wife brings her sister. No, shut up. Y'all already going to get torched. Now you're really adding some fuel to the Brady fire, and he's just going to go right after you. He's going to go after you, Greg Hardy. Be ready.
Yep, there you go.
That's my big dummy.
Jersey Girl's big dummy for the week. All right, Hayley, who's your big dummy for the week?
All right, there's a guy in Colorado. He was recently arrested with his girlfriend he told the cops basically like, what are you doing? He's like, are you doing drugs? He's like, of course I am. It's Aspen, right? And it's so funny because it's in Aspen, Colorado. And so apparently, they're in the park. Police come. They say, what are you doing? Oh, we're just smoking a cigarette, hanging out. But they notice that there's like, a white substance, a powdery substance that's, by them, and then he can hear the guy crumbling up the dollar bill and putting it in his pocket. Long story short, they got caught. He admitted, which is the highlight of the story was like, yes, I am doing cocaine. This is cocaine up my nose. It's Aspen. Now he has a fine for $2,500 to get out.
I hate to keep saying the places I've been, but I've been there too. That's a beautiful place for Aspen, Colorado.
I hear that's really nice. I'd like to go there.
It is beautiful up there, man, for real. Hayley, that's Big Dummy for the week, but y'all need to check it out sometime.
Let's go.
All right, Longhorn, who's your Big Dummy?
My Big Dummy, there are fans actually on the internet calling for a rematch between Pacquiao and Mayweather for his 50th fight. They want to see Pacquiao and Mayweather fight for the 50th. For his Mayweather's 50th fight. They want to see Mayweather go out on a 5-0 note of undefeated. So those are big dummies who want to see them fight.
All right,
one more time.
All right, here go my big dummy for the week. And you know this person because you say you used to work with him. Matt Stafford's wife. She needs to shut up. She needs to shut up. If I want to burn his jersey because he's a bum, I got that right because I bought it. You didn't buy it.
She's not happy.
Does she still work there?
No, she was just a
she
nursing
don't after they rob in Detroit. I know she don't. I know she don't. Told Matt to go down there and get all that money, baby boy.
She's not happy. Kelly Stafford is not happy. She's not. I feel kind of bad for her, but she's not happy.
I think these athlete wives and girlfriends should really stay out of the. It makes it worse for the athletes. It really does.
What's his face's wife? Brent Grimes' his wife got arrested, right? Miko Grimes.
Oh, I didn't know that for what.
She was talking that yin yang, and then she had butted a ref, cussed out a ref, a police officer because she was trying to get into a restricted area by the game or something like that.
Do you know who I am? She pulled that card.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
You know who I am.
Yeah, but that's true though. I think I feel.
I think they're the superstars
for these wives. I really do, but they also have to know that this is part of their territory, and it's not. Yeah. It's truly nothing personal.
Exactly.
It's truly nothing personal.
Same way with Tom Brady's wife. She came out like that. Look how much heat he took. They don't make it better for the athletes.
No, they don't. They don't.
So that's my big dummy for the week. Matt Stafford's wife, who used to get down with the Jersey girl here. We up out of here. Detroit Sports Jersey, Hayley, Scott, the Jersey girl, Longhorn. I'm your host, Will. We'll be back next Sunday, 11 a.m.
Deuces.
I know we didn't get to the did you know.
Thank you, listeners from Detroit to Central Texas, for joining us here live on Detroit Sports Jersey Media with your host, Will Sims, and co-host, Longhorn and the Jersey Girl, every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, right here on FM 88.1 WHPR. Visit us at DetroitSportsJersey.com. Straight sports talk. No professionals here. Have a great week.